Well, my name's Pete Dixon, Managing Director of Daily Dixon Limited, a company based here in Coventry. When we set up Daily Dixon 3 years ago, we did have an accountant who recommended that we use Sage. And I did actually install Sage and used it for about 5-10 minutes, something like that. And it just was so overwhelmed by the complexity of doing even the most basic things. So I went online and found this product called Xero. And I remember thinking at the time that it was the first web application, if you like, that after any amount of use, I almost had to remind myself that I was using something that was online, that it wasn't something that was just on the desktop. I guess there's three main things that I really love about Xero. Firstly, the sheer ease of use of it. The secondly, and it's going to be quite a difficult thing to explain to someone who isn't using Xero, doesn't use Xero, is something which I've never seen in any other accounting software. It's something called automated bank feeds. Basically what that is that I can get up in the morning and go into my Xero account, and all of the transactions that have happened the previous day are already there in Xero. There's no element of data entry required at all. But the third thing is the relationship with our accountant. The accountant that we have now, Prime Accountants here in Coventry, they're not the accountants that we had when we set up the company 3 years ago. Because I found it, I found Xero myself and were using it, but the accountants we had were not Xero accountants. They didn't understand even the concept of doing your accounts online. What I wanted to do was to work with an accountant that really got Xero and really understood not only the application of the system, but also the reasons why a business would want to have a system like Xero. So I went online, found Prime, recommended Xero partner here in Coventry. They're totally connected to our business. They see what we see. I mean, just a case in point, we put a transaction through a couple of weeks ago, and we did something wrong with the VAT. It was around about the time when the VAT changed from 17.5% to 20% here in the UK. And we made a mistake. So I phoned Lawrence up, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll fix it." And the next time I logged on to Xero, the fix had been done. So we're both looking at exactly the same data, the same picture of the business, and able to have conversations with Lawrence that are making a real difference to our business. Not just looking in the rear view mirror. It's real time about making decisions going forward, which is just if you don't have that sort of relationship with your accountant now, then introduce him to Xero so that you can, because it's made a huge difference to our business.